Hallo julle almal, ek hoop dit gaan verskriklik goed. We are going to do this session in English because we've got a few English members or associates on the call as well. So first and foremost, thank you for being on this call. I know it is really short notice, but I was really just prompted this weekend to call this session after what has happened to me. And I would just like to really make use of tonight's session to encourage you, most of all, and hopefully to motivate you as well to take action again. So I don't know how many of you have listened to the video. I know that it was quite a long video. It was 9 minutes long. And usually when you want to do a call to action, it should be short, quick, get to the point. But I really want to touch again on what has happened this weekend. And then I want to go into a little story also of something that has happened this weekend. And then I want to have a call to action. So I know that there's a few people still coming in. So the session will be recorded, but it would be best if you can, every Monday night, we'll have a session like this. We'll get some questions, Q&A afterwards. We'll make time for questions and answers afterwards. And then hopefully from the Q&A, we'll get some feedback from the team, from you guys, and we'll have a session next week on a topic maybe that you've struggled with or that you've battled with. But tonight's session really is coming from my heart. I do believe that it resonates with me, and I feel strong that there's people in our team that might also struggle or feel exactly the same way. So this weekend, I think it was Friday or Saturday, I received a voice note from a lady. She's not in our team. She's a cross-line lady. I don't even know who's her enroller. I don't know who's her upline. She hasn't mentioned that. I haven't asked her for that details because all of that is irrelevant. And so she went on and she said in her voice note that she's actually reaching out to me for some input and advice. Now, that's a dangerous thing to do if it's a cross-line person, because firstly, you don't know how her upline is doing business and how she's been taught how to do and build this business. And secondly, I don't know this lady from a bar of soap. I don't know what she's been doing, what have she been done in her business, and so forth. So first and foremost, you don't work with cross-line people. But her message was that of, she's been now in this business for 3 years. She's only reached the level of director. She feels like she's not moving forward. She's a mother of 3. She thought of Manitech as her financial vehicle to freedom. It's not been giving her the freedom that she's hoped to achieve. And she's at a point in her business where she needs to renew her activation fee of 600 Rand. And she doesn't know if she wants to do that right now. And she also mentioned that she's built up these product users. And then as she builds up, a few fall out, then she builds up, and then a few falls out. And she just literally cannot get forward with her Manitech business. And she feels that the people or the people that she approaches are of the opinion that the Manitech products are expensive. And so I got her message and I replied and I said to her, hi, mentioned her name. I'm not going to respond as yet. Just give me a few hours or a day or so just to think about your message and I'll get back to you. And so I sat with this message, and as I sat and pondered on her message to me, I really had a few people in our team whose names also dropped in my heart, who I think might somewhere in her story feel exactly the way that she's feeling. And as I sat with her message, I thought to myself, but what if I was having this conversation with A in our team, and if I had B in our team, or I had C in our team? What is the advice that I would give to them? Because honestly, we don't want to lose anyone in our business. We don't want anyone of you to quit on your Manitech journey. But if you come to a point where you felt that you've tried everything in 3 years and you've only managed to reach the level of director, I understand that you can feel demotivated and you'd rather want to give up. And so I responded to her as if I was talking to one of our team associates. And I firstly said to her that if you take your Manatech journey and you feel that 3 years has been long and you haven't been successful, then you're making a mistake, because the success in Manatech is not a get rich get quick scheme. It is a business. It's a multi-million business. It can make of you a millionaire, and it's going to require patience, dedication, and commitment. And I said to her that Heikie's now in this business for 6 years. He's going for year 7. I'm in this business for 5 years. I'm going for 6. And we've listened to a message last week from Eric Worre, who's the professional network marketer. And he said that 5 years in Manatech or 5 years in your network marketing industry, you are still recognized as a new person, because you cannot see 5 years in something this big and you now suddenly became the pro. So as Bronze Presidentials, we are also just brand new. As Bronze Presidentials, we have probably taken so many shots this last 2 years in our business. We've lost Presidentials, we've lost Gold Executive, we had Silver Executive Directors walk out of this business and quit because they felt like this lady felt. And I also asked her, what is her mindset like? Firstly, if you can go back to why you've joined Manatech, what's your reason as to why you've joined Manatech, and you can go pinpoint that again and remind yourself that that is the biggest reason why you're building this business. Then your mindset will be anything but to quit, because I'm chasing my goal and I'm chasing my dream. And secondly, if your mindset is going to be that of our products are expensive, I'm not getting customers, I'm not getting business builders to join my team, then it's also to do it's got a lot to do with your mindset, because I understand that our products are expensive. They're not your local market products, but it's valuable products that you are giving someone. It's an investment that you are giving someone. But the problem lies in how you are recruiting. Are you recruiting to make a sale just so that you can get an income? Or are you honestly recruiting your names list with a mindset of value adding? Are you going to add value to that person before you get that person to buy into your business, to buy into the products, or alternatively, to buy into you? Because if you are adding value to a person and it's awareness, what you're giving them, then that person wants what you want. So you have to ask yourself, how and for what reason am I recruiting a customer or a potential business builder? Now, if you're brand new in this business, or if you like this lady and you've honestly just achieved director or silver director level, I can understand that you build this business and you're chasing pin levels because you want to get to the point where your Manatech business is giving you 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 Rand back. But if we can change our mindset going forward, and we want to help you with that, and that is to add value to the next person that you're going to recruit and see how that works for you. Because like I've mentioned in my video this morning, if you can just go sit with someone and ask them. Now, it's obviously a very straight up question, and not everyone is going to tell you the honest answer. But if I had to open up the mic now and ask everyone on this call, what is your monthly budget for food a month? I think we would be surprised by the amount that people spend on food. I've averaged it out that a family of 2 to 4 people spend easily anything between 6,000 to 10,000 Rand a month just on food. Now, the sad reality is that 6,000 to 10,000 Rand per month, if you take that and you divide it into weekly budgets, then you have more or less 1,500 or 2,000 Rand for food. And if you go to your shops, your Pick n Pay, your Checkers, and your Woolies, I've tried them all, you can literally walk out those stores with 1 or 2 bags with items in. It's no longer a trolley full of food that you're bringing back home for 1,500 or 2,000 Rand. And just on that point, I believe or truly believe that people need more income. I don't think that people can match the living standards they have today with what they had 10 years ago. And all of that is the way that we add value to our people. Start by getting people in the opportunity in this business for themselves, but to get an extra 3,000 Rand or an extra 10,000 Rand. Start small, but remember to have a big, big dream. And I also said to her, if she can honestly say to herself that in the last 3 years that she's been in this business opportunity, that she has wholeheartedly committed herself to this journey and she hasn't treated this business as a hobby, then I understand why she wants to quit if she has not been successful. But if she cannot tick the boxes by saying, I've attended my monthly training and I went to monthly training with the mindset to learn and upskill myself. I've went to the opportunities, firstly, to go and learn how to do this plan so that I can equip myself to show the plan by myself. But secondly, I've brought people with me to the opportunity because I would like to earn. If she can honestly say that she's invested in the super regionals, that she's taken people with her, that she's taken the people to her upline to go meet the people that has got the fruit on their trees, that has been successful in this journey, if she can say that she's committed to the rainmaking activities, that she's committed to the self-development activities, then I can understand that she's feeling lost and stuck. If you can't say that the last 3 years I've really given it my best, then the problem lies with you. Then you have to go and ask yourself, before I pay my renewal fee, what is my next 3 years going to look like? Because if I do the same as what I've done now in the last 3 years, the next 3 years is going to look the same, because you can't want or you can't dream of a different outcome if you don't do things differently. And so this led to something that happened last night. Now, I'm a huge fan of Miss South Africa. And this year I was an even bigger fan because there was a lady who I personally know that participated in the Miss South Africa. Now, I'm not asking any of you to be Miss South Africa fans. It was one of my childhood dreams to become Miss South Africa. So I think that's just a little girl dream that we all might have had somewhere in our lives. But anyway, so our new reigning Miss South Africa, Natasha Joubert, she's 26 years old. She's from Pretoria. And her story last night, when she was crowned the new Miss South Africa, it literally had me in tears, because I don't know if you know of her or if you know her background, but she participated in Miss South Africa in 2020 as well. She was a second runner-up. And after that, she was sent to Miss Universe to represent our country at Miss Universe. And she literally was the first participant of Miss South Africa that went to Miss Universe that did not place in the top 20, let alone place the Miss Universe crown or placed in the top 5. She did not even make the top 20 in Miss Universe in 2021. And she came back, she was heartbroken, she was defeated, she felt like all her efforts that she'd been trying all of her life just didn't work out for her. And her mission was to become Miss South Africa. And so she took 2 years off. She invested in herself. She made contact with the organizers of Miss South Africa to walk with her and help her to become the next Miss South Africa. And so last night, or I actually watched the whole journey as they got into the top 12. I watched her on Crown Chasers. And so last night, I could literally see that this young lady had grown tremendously. She was fighting for that title, and she was given the crown. And as they've placed the posting on Instagram to congratulate her, I went through the comments, and I was so shocked to see how many people had negative things to say. They say that she's already had the opportunity to compete. She missed it that time. Why are you back? Give it to someone else. They've said to her that she's stolen the crown from someone this year that should have won the crown, and. And then there were a lot of people saying in the comments that everyone is entitled to second chances. Everyone has got the opportunity to fight hard, come back stronger. And she really did all of that. And one of her quotes that she's used, and she stands by this quote because it's a lot on her Instagram and her social media handles, is that I am not a product of the circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. And that really resonated with me. She could have given up in 2020 when she was second runner-up, went to Miss Universe, and she didn't get the placing. She could decide then that her little girl dream of becoming Miss South Africa is not for her. I'm going to step down and step out. But what she did is she went back, she went to the drawing board, she upskilled herself, she spent time in personal development, she spent time with her upline to get to a place where she can be entitled to the next Miss South Africa title. And I honestly want to encourage you this evening with that same quote. Are you at the moment with your Manatech business at a point where you feel like, well, I've tried hard, I've given it my best, I'm not getting the outcome that I've wanted in Manatech, it's not paying me as well as I would like it to pay, I'm not moving forward, I'm getting customers, then I'm losing customers, then I'm building up customers, then I've got customers saying that our products are expensive. Like, I'm really trying, but I'm not getting forward. And because of that, I feel like quitting. Because then you are making yourself a product of your circumstances. And more than that, you are basically quitting on your dream. And I really want to say to you, if you are possibly one of those people, Heike and myself are trying extremely hard to find a person like that out there that can tell us and show us another vehicle or another opportunity that's better than Manatech when it comes to gaining and growing a second stream of income for yourself, because you haven't found that person yet. And if you can place that in your heart and believe that for yourself, that this opportunity wants you in it, this opportunity wants you to be successful, this opportunity can make of you the best possible version that you have dreamed of for yourself. This opportunity can make you financially free, because this is what we want as leaders for our downline team members. But you have to decide that I'm a product of my decisions. And what is my decisions as of from tonight, when I'm done on this call, going to look like? Am I going to be negative? Am I going to think that I'm not going to get customers because the products are too expensive? Am I going to think that, well, the next spin level is so far to reach, I'd rather just give up on the next spin level? What is your decisions going to look like as from tonight, because the change starts with you? And for too long this year, I'm going to make myself completely vulnerable, I've been a product of my circumstances. I was a new mom, I've fallen in postnatal depression. It was tough for the first 6 months. I was the one labeling myself when it came to new mom, to motherhood. I was the one labeling myself in terms of our business, not thinking that I can do both, be a mother and be a businesswoman. I was the one labeling myself. But I also battled with my hormones. And so for too long, this year, I was a product of circumstances. And can I tell you where it got me? It absolutely got me nowhere. It didn't serve me. It didn't grow me. It didn't make me successful. It actually just made me go in a downward spiral. And I was losing who I was and who I am and who I want to be. And so I've spent a lot of time the past few months working on myself, investing on myself, researching my value, going back to my source, understanding that I'm worthy because I'm his child, I'm chosen. And I'm rising up to become a product of my decisions. And I want to say to you tonight that we are here to help you to be that as well. We want everyone on this call tonight to be successful in the Manatech journey. So we are retaking our Monday night sessions. It will be from 7 o'clock to 7:30. We'll have a quick message, and then we'll open up for some questions and answers. And I really want you to go and write down things that you're struggling with in your Manatech journey. Or if you had a contact this week and they've questioned you and you couldn't give them the answer that they wanted, come back with those things and let's guide you and let's help you, because the reality is someone else on the call is probably also having that same answer or same question and they're looking for the answer. So rather just ask the answer and let's help a few people to move past that hurdle that's keeping them back in their Manatech business. So that really is my message tonight. if you want to be reminded by someone that really fought very hard, go read up about our new Miss South Africa, go read up about her story. She's 26 years old. She could have given up on her journey and on her dreams, but she decided, I'm going to step back. I'm on my knees, but I'm rising to the occasion and I'm going to come out bigger than what I am. And so that was just something that resonated with me. I hope that it means something to someone on this call this evening, because in my heart, I feel like most of us, or majority of our team, feels a bit stuck. We're not moving forward. At the moment, it feels like giving up and quitting is an easier option. But I really want to encourage you, if you're in our area, let's set up meetings, let's set up coffee dates, and let's just start having fun. Let's be reminded of our dreams and how we can achieve those. So that's me. I'm going to allow the option now to unmute everyone. If there is questions this evening, then we can handle them. If there's no questions, then we'll say goodbye and we'll have a team meeting again next week, Monday. And then we can grow this team and build some momentum. So anyone that has got a question, you are welcome to unmute yourself now. I know that Sebastian is also on this call. I don't know if it's Sebastian or Brad. So I'm going to give them an opportunity if they want to say something, or not, then we'll wait for the first question.
Good evening, everyone. I'm not going to switch on my video. I'm busy preparing food for us, but I appreciate the opportunity to listen in tonight. And there's nothing I can add to what Geraldine said. I can just say that in 17 years being part of this business, what Geraldine explained tonight is a constant part of this journey. Being challenged by yourself and being challenged by your circumstances and being challenged by people's perception about the opportunity. And the moment, what had to happen to me was that I was hulle noem dit 'n tregtergeleentheid of 'n drukganggeleentheid. So ek dink die meeste van ons op hierdie call is Afrikaans. So ek gaan dit nou in Afrikaans duidelik. Die lewe sit jou in 'n drukgang. En jy kom by 'n plek waar jy vasgedruk word en daar's 'n boer wat jy wil brandmerk en vir jou 'n nommer gee. En daar's 'n veearts wat jou inspuiting wil gee. En whatever. Maar dis in daai drukgangplek waar jy uitvind wie is jy en hoekom jy hier is. En julle sal op die notification groep sal sien, ek het so ding gepost oor what is your purpose. Gaan kyk weer na daai prentjie, want dis waar Geraldine gepraat het is. As jy daai plek kan vind tussen al daai sirkels, and you can find that spot, en dan gaan niemand jou keer nie. En dis die een ding wat ek moes uitvind is what inspires me inside. Want outside inspiration only lasts a while. Jy kan weer super regional toe gaan, geïnspireer wees, en dan kom jy by 'n plek en dan dink jy, okay, weet dan, hoe lank gaan dit nou jou inspireer? Ek moes die plek kry waar ek intern geïnspireer is, en dis waarvan Geraldine vanaand gepraat het. En dit vat jou na 'n nuwe plek toe. So, van my en Brad se kant af wil ek net vir julle sê, julle is in goeie hande met leierskap soos Geraldine en Naitjie. En julle upline executive en julle die hele enroller met wie julle die verhouding het. Maar verstaan net hierdie plek. Dis 'n plek van keuse. Ek het en dis my laaste woorde. Ek het met die Gold Executive Bootcamp, was een van my teachings was the ultimate opportunity. Ek kan regtig vir julle sê dat na meer as 30 jaar in besigheid, I still consider this as the ultimate opportunity. En Linus was daar, as julle vra oor dit, kan julle vir Linus vra en vir Geraldine vra. Maar moet dit nie mis nie. Moet dit nie mis omdat jy omstandig jou in 'n drukgang sit wat jou vat na 'n plek toe waar jy nie noodwendig wil wees nie en waar mense 'n stempel op jou sit of 'n ding in jou bout druk en jou inject met something. You have the opportunity to break out of that and determine your future. Geraldine, ek het te veel gepraat, maar dankie, dit was vir my so lekker om na jou te luister, hoor.
Dankie Sebastian, dankie vir jou input. Ons waardeer jou en reg verskriklik baie. Ek dink is waar wat Sebastian sê, daar's soveel dinge wat om ons gebeur, stuff that throws us around, that wants to break us down. But I just want to really remind everyone this evening that my favorite book, and I know majority of the people knows what I'm speaking of, says that if a person believes it, anything is possible. En ek wil julle regtig vanaand bemoedig met daai woorde om terug te gaan en te glo that your best days are still waiting for you. But it's waiting for you to happen. Dit gaan nie net eendag gaan jy wakker word en môre gaan die son skyn nie. Ek praat uit ondervinding uit weer eens hierdie jaar met my depressie. Ek moes gaan besluit het that I'm no longer going to be a product or a victim of my circumstances. Ek moes gaan hulp kry het, ek het weer 'n pad met 'n mentor gestap het, ek moes inspraak in my lewe gekry het, just to be reminded that I am worthy, that I am chosen, that success is out there for me, but I believe it and it's possible, but I have to go and do something. So as jy vanaand regtig net bietjie moeg geslaan voel deur die lewe and you feel that you've taken in a few shots, then I honestly want to ask you, go to your upline leaders, make a coffee date. If you're not in the area, let's schedule Zoom session. We've got time for you. My circumstances looks a bit different now. I've got some help in with my little girl. And I would really want to sit with you on a Zoom call or an in-person coffee date and chat with you. And let's speak about that stuff that's been pushing you around and throwing you around, hurting you and pulling you down. And let's rise above it. And let's all become a product of our decisions. And let's finish the last 4 months of this year strong so that we can have momentum to build next year even bigger. So we've got 10 minutes left. If you've got questions after what Sebastian and I have shared this evening, or if you've got business-related questions, please feel free. We've got Sebastian on this call as well. And let's chat. So anyone's welcome. I know a few people mentioned in the chats that they don't have a question, but thank you for the session. But we really, if there's a question, we would like to help you. Otherwise, we'll see you next week. Coline, check yourself unmute.
Hallo julle almal, goeienaand. Nee, jy het net ietsie nogal gesê. Jy het nogal net ietsie gesê vanaand wat my nogal getref het, die geleentheid wat ons het, die opportunity het, en as jy net soveel geld in 'n maand kan maak en wat net op by die bootcamp net weer vir my ook, ek dink dit was ook Sebastian wat daaroor gepraat het. As jy net 5,000 'n maand kan maak in Manatech, is dit asof jy 'n miljoen rand in die bank het. En dit is net eintlik as jy dink, net dit kan dink. Hoe vinnig gaan jy 'n miljoen rand kan maak in jou spaarrekening om rente te kan trek van 5,000 rand. So ek wil julle encourage, let's go for at least 5,000 rand 'n maand. Dankie.
Ja, dis absoluut waar wat Linus daar deel. Konsep net te verduidelik, as jy 'n miljoen rand kon gespaar het in 'n jaar se tyd, is die rente wat jy daar op 'n miljoen rand trek R5,000 'n maand. So wie van julle kan vir julleself sê in 'n jaar se tyd kan ek 'n miljoen rand weggesit het en gespaar het vir myself? En as gevolg daarvan is my rente-inkomste R5,000 'n maand. Of werk jy Manatech besigheid op so 'n manier dat jy R5,000 'n maand kan kry, want dan is jou bate gelyk aan R1 miljoen in die bank. So dis die konsep wat sy daar verduidelik. En dis baie waar. En dan gaan weer die voorbeeld gebruik van die inkopies. Hoeveel sakke kan jy volmaak met R5,000? Dis shocking. En ek kan nie dink dat daar nie mense daar buitekant is wat net dit wil achieve vir hulle self nie. Enige ander vragies? Goed. Okay. Ek sien ons nie ander vragies nie. Dis 100%. As jy nog nie gemaklik is nie, as jy net vanaand ingeluister het, it's also fine. I will post the recording on our group as soon as it's available. If you would like to listen to it again, now that we've got Sebastian also sharing some wisdom on this call, and really go and sit with yourself this week and ask yourself the hard question that I had to ask myself. Am I a product of my circumstances? Am I serving my circumstances? Am I allowing my circumstances to rule over me and to speak over me and to tell me what I'm not? Or is it time that I rise up to what I've been called for and become a product of my decisions? Because my decisions is going forward and being successful. And I wish that for everyone that's on this call tonight and that's going to listen to the recording. And we hope to, build momentum and get everyone excited. So thank you for being on this call. Have a great Monday night. We'll see you on the Platinum webinar. We'll see you at the meetings this week. And for our Cape Town team that's on here, enjoy the Super Regionals. You've got the privilege to have Dr. Steve Nugent for yourselves first. So we're excited to hear.
En ek en Breg gaan daar wees.
And to see the photos of our team with our upline leaders, Breg and Sebastian. So thank you for going, Sebastian. I'll be there again in November with LeMay. She's bigger then, so it will be much easier. So can't wait for the November Super Regionals, but for the team going, enjoy it, and we can't wait for the photos. Dankie almal.